Hello and welcome to this introduction to CH330 Organic Chemistry 1 for the fall semester. I'm Dr. Hawkins, and this course is going to be primarily online. The reason for that is because I recently moved about 1,000 miles away from Blue Mountain, so it would be a really difficult commute for me to go to Blue Mountain every day. So we will be doing almost everything for the course online. The only exception will be exams. Exams will be in the assigned classroom at the scheduled time. So look at the syllabus for the scheduled time, and I will post reminders leading up to exams. And then the lab portion of the course will be in the lab. But everything else will be online. So this video and the rest of the content for the lecture portion of the course is on Blackboard. So if you're watching this video, presumably you already know how to access the course on Blackboard. Otherwise you probably wouldn't be watching it. So let's just go over the syllabus and what content is on Blackboard and how to access the online assignments and how attendance is going to work. So first of all, let's start with the syllabus. So there's a link to the syllabus, right? The first thing under the content tab, and most things for this course will be under the content tab on Blackboard on the left side of the screen. So the syllabus includes the schedule. The schedule is broken down by week, and the way it works is we're going to cover a total of 13 chapters, the first 13 chapters in the assigned textbook, Carey Organic Chemistry. And we will have a total of 4 exams over those 13 chapters. So the first exam is scheduled for Friday, September 8th at 8 a.m. So that's the normal class time, covering chapters 1 through 3. The second exam, October 6th at 8 a.m., covering chapters 4 through 6. The third exam, November 3rd, covering chapters 7 through 10. And then the fourth and final exam, though it's not cumulative, the final exam will cover chapters 11 through 13. That'll be on December 4th at 9 a.m. So this is going to be a course, a standard first semester course in organic chemistry, where we start with some review of particular topics of interest to organic chemistry that you would have seen in general chemistry. Then we start getting into organic functional groups, which are just specific collections of atoms, beginning with hydrocarbons. That's the backbone of organic molecules, and then we start moving into other things. We start getting into reactions, mechanisms, stereochemistry, and some other stuff. So it will be a challenging course. It won't be challenging mathematically. There's very little math in this course, which will be different than what you would have seen in general chemistry. But conceptually it is kind of difficult, but there are a few key things which will get you through the course for the most part. We'll see those as we go along during the semester. As far as the grading goes for the course, the exams are going to be a total of 80% of the course grade. All 4 exams are graded equally, 20% of the course grade for each exam. The homework assignments, which I'll get to in a moment, those are worth 20%, and that's your grade. As far as attendance goes, since you're not actually going to be going to the physical classroom, the way I'm going to handle attendance is by having essentially like clicker questions, just short quizzes each week, and you will just complete the quiz each week. They'll be posted under the content tab on Blackboard, and that will count as your attendance for the week. So you're not going to actually be graded, but it will count as attendance. So you will need to make sure you submit those every week. And hopefully they'll at least give you kind of an idea of how you're doing and how well you're keeping up with the material, because they will be questions relevant to the course. Okay, as far as the accessing the homework assignments, so there's a link. It says information for accessing homework assignments on McGraw-Hill Connect. So you click on that link and it will take you to the login screen. If you have used Connect before, you'll enter your email address and password. If you haven't used Connect, you will click on Register Now on the bottom right hand of the screen, and then it will ask you for an email address to check that you don't have a Connect account already. And once you are logged in, it'll ask for your registration code. You either purchased your registration code through the bookstore, or you might have gotten it through a third-party source like Amazon, or you do have the option of using a credit card to purchase it when you register. There is a 2-week free trial, so if you really wanted to avoid paying, you could try to squeeze in all of the assignments in 2 weeks. I would highly recommend not doing that though, because you probably will not learn the material very well if you're trying to squeeze it all in 2 weeks. So I would strongly advise not doing that. It'll be much better for you if you take the material a little bit at a time. It goes fast, but not too fast. You've got about 16 weeks or so to learn 13 chapters worth of material. It's doable. Once you get on Connect, what you will see is the course page, and that is going to be where the assignments are located, along with their due dates, and also the ebook. So you'll have access to the textbook on the same place where you access homework assignments. And the way the homework assignments work is that there are a series of questions, either multiple choice or fill in the blank or matching. There's no essay questions. And what will happen is there are green, yellow, orange, and red buttons at the bottom of the screen asking how confident you are in your answer. I don't think those have any effect on your grade, so they used to have more of a function. I don't know what they do now, but they don't affect your grade. So the key thing is, once you get all of the questions correct, the correct answers to all the questions, and submit the assignment, you'll have 100% for that assignment. And the way you can guarantee that you get 100% is that it will cycle back through the questions until you get them all right. So as long as you have enough patience, you can get 100% guaranteed. So if you don't want to put in that much time, maybe you don't get 100%, but it's up to you. And with each question, there's a button that says read about this. Shows a little icon of a book. If you click on that, it will take you right to the section in the textbook that addresses the question you're trying to answer. So it's very user-friendly, and it will target exactly in the book where you should be looking. And back at the home page, there is the home page for the course on McGraw-Hill Connect. There is the book. I would certainly recommend, for each chapter, going through the PowerPoints. I'll get to that in a minute. Going through the PowerPoints, not too many at any given time, but going through the PowerPoints and then reading that material in the textbook. I'll try to include supplementary materials as well on Blackboard for various topics. And then once you've done all that, then do the assignment. I wouldn't recommend just rushing in to do the assignments, because again, if you try to rush things through, you're not going to learn them very effectively. I can tell you from personal experience. So hopefully that addresses how to get the homework assignments and also how to get 100% on the homework assignments. So under the content tab on the course homepage on Blackboard, there is the syllabus, there's this video that you're watching now, there is the link to the homework assignments on McGraw-Hill Connect, and then there are folders for each chapter, and in those folders there are the PowerPoints, which there's usually 2 or 3 separate files for each chapter. And like I said, don't try to read too many of the PowerPoint slides at one time, or it's all going to kind of blur together. Just do a little bit at a time. Come back later, read a little more, just space it out. I'll try to put as many supplemental materials as I can, things like extra videos, web links, animations, whatever I can find to help you learn the material. Now, another thing that will be on Blackboard is, there's also the attendance questions, the kind of quiz questions that will count as attendance. Those will be up every week, and you'll need to submit those by probably the beginning of the following week to count as attendance. Also, under the discussions tab on the left side on Blackboard, there will be a place for you to ask questions, make comments. There will be a general course topic discussion board where you can ask whatever you want or make whatever comments you want, converse with other students. And then there will be chapter-specific discussion topics where you can ask specific questions about topics in a given chapter. And let's see, I think that covers everything. If I didn't cover everything, and I think of it later, I'll probably put it in somewhere in the discussion board. So hopefully you have the information you need to get started with the course. Hopefully this will be a productive course for you. I realize for some people maybe it's not ideal. For other people, hey, it's great. I don't even have to get out of bed to go to class, especially because this would normally be an 8 a.m. class. Okay, so maybe that won't be so bad for a lot of people, but hopefully you will get a lot out of this course, as much as you would if we were in class at the normal time. Anytime you need help, you can email me. I will be checking email several times a day at least. You can post on the discussion board. You can also try going to the TLC on the second floor of the admin building. There is usually at least one, if not 2 or 3 people who can help with chemistry. So there are ways to get help when you need it. And this is a course where you're probably going to need help. Maybe many times, maybe few times. We'll see. But I'll end this video now, and let's get started with the course.